Hey, it's Jabbo, and welcome back to my BrickLink store. We've gotten things settled down a little bit in the chaos that is going on in the world right now, but I went ahead and reopened my BrickLink store while I can. Nobody's sick in our household, and I hope nobody's sick in your household, and I hope everybody's doing well, but I just got the store back open. Still can't talk, but I'm going to pick a couple of orders. Actually, I already picked one for Martin Ferret. Did his order, and he asked a question about what's in a phone room. I am a phone guy. Maybe I could answer that question. I don't know if that would relate to Lego, but I might answer that at the end of the video. I'll probably just reply to him. But I also got one from Spread Brick Love, who requested a Pablo, and their order is such that I can do that comfortably. It's not too hard. I'll actually pick it and get that thing ready to go out, but I'm not really suggesting that people ask for Pablos because I am a very busy person right now, and so is my wife. Even though we're having to do a lot of stay at home, I'm having to work because I work for the phone company. I actually got a nice little thing that if they ever stop selling gas, that it's like, you got to give me gas because I work for the phone company, so that's nice. But let me get to this order for Spread Brick Love. So their order is 8 lots, 79 pieces. So that it'd be this is one of those that'd be really super easy to pick, and then it'll fit in a regular small envelope or padded envelope. Oh wait, nope, it's going to need to go in a bigger envelope because they have got all 52 of my 3001 white bricks. Just put those in the store. So I will mix some of these lower quantity parts into a bag together. I got 2 of these white plates, 8 of these bricks. I don't usually use my right hand to pick. I usually hold the camera with my right hand. So this is a different angle, never before seen on BrickTsar. My right hand picking Lego. 9025, where is it? Right here. Got 6 of these. I was walking over here. This one kind of sits over here by itself, this container, and when I was walking over here, I had left this drawer out from these Poppy Max containers because I have an empty drawer that I needed to fill up, and that's how I was going to remind myself. And this is why this is not such a good idea. I almost hit my head on it. I'm still going to leave it out. These shoebox containers are a little more work, especially if you're holding a phone in one hand. But usually easier with 2 hands free. Oh, I forgot how many they got. I picked up 4 and went over there, and it was 5 they needed, so I guessed wrong. So that's box A8. K25. Is this a Jenga opportunity? It is. A couple of these 2x8 plates. You know what? Sometimes I think, why do I have these in my store? Because I'll need these one day for if I use the blue rails, because of course they use a lot of times with the waffle bottoms, but some of the old ones still had bottoms like this. But the blue train rails, they use the 2x8 plates as railroad ties. And this is the one that I cannot do while holding the camera. Tray 2, they need 3 4x4 white plates. I'm never going to be able to get that. How many did I say? 3? Yeah, this was supposed to be a temporary solution, and it's become semi-permanent. I actually have 28 of the old plastic trays. And the reason I started using them is, one, to get some stuff into the store, but also I stopped using these to sort because they're just not good for sorting, because it's hard to pick pieces out. But when you're picking an order, it's not as critical. The shoebox containers on the floor are okay, but I have to bend down a lot. Got some of these. I actually did skip the 2x4 container. Got these last. These white bricks, every time I put some in my store, it's like they almost immediately sell out. So I'll count these off camera. So all the pieces were indeed there. I put 27 in one bag and 25 in another instead of just cramming them all into one bag. That way I can flatten it out a little better in this bag instead of having one big bulky thing. So that is Spread Brick Love. Make sure I got the name right. Spread Brick Love. Thank you for the order. Also, thank you, Martin Ferret, for the order. Now, Spread Brick Love didn't have a question that I saw when I looked here at BrickLink. Just go back and make sure. But I'm going to briefly talk about Martin's question. Martin Ferret, I should say. And I know this might not directly relate to Lego, but I'll do it anyway. So I am a phone man. I still am a phone man, and over 20 years, over 21 years. And early in the days of YouTube, Bricks for Chris was working on stuff. One of the things that he made was a police station. He made this great big police station. That's one of the things that Bricks for Chris used to always do, is make something and make it bigger. And I remember I suggested something that's not interesting. I just remember commenting on the video, and you can't find it now because he deleted it. It deleted the channel. But about adding a 911 center to the police department, because I go to 911 centers and are almost always at some government building, usually a police station or sheriff's office, and that's where the dispatchers sit that answer the calls for when you dial 911. But before that, I did all kinds of services at different locations, from cell towers to gas stations to businesses to homes. And one of the most common questions I ask when I go, I used to my first 15 years, all I did was trouble reports. If somebody had a service that was down, I went out and figured out what was wrong with it and fixed it, or told them that they had something wrong. But one of the things is you got to find what we call the phone room. And why am I laughing? Because the phone room sometimes is just a closet or something like that. But let me look at Martin's question and see what he's asking. So Martin actually put a video on YouTube. He has a video on YouTube of a mock he's making of a tower, and it's got a floor that's dedicated to like the phone company, and it has like an office for a place for a call center, a manager's office, a server room. And so the question that he asked me, he says he's building a phone room in my tower based on set 6422, the telephone repair truck, which is the only phone truck that Lego has ever made. And why have I not made my own mock of my truck? I don't know why I haven't done that yet. I need to do that. But he's saying, what do you think should be on that floor? All right, so if you're making basically what appears you're wanting to make a call center, which many businesses have a call center, not just a phone company. But the way buildings work is there is a main phone room on the ground floor, usually, if it's a multi-level building, which yours is multi-level. And then each floor, usually near the elevator or in the same location, has what they call a riser room, where the wires come up. And then from that, there will be something in each office. A lot of times I don't get involved with that part of it. Usually I'm just in the basement area. But looking at what you built in your mock, and I'll put a link to his video of the tower mock that he's working on. I like what you're doing. You're right on spot with everything, because you said he came up with the customer service area, which he had, the call center, the server room, and the manager's office there. So I would usually only go to server rooms, but in each office is pretty much the way most people would picture an office. You either got cubicles or you have desks with computers on it. And that's whether it's a call center or any type of office. I mean, that's what you see, desks and computers. Sometimes people wearing headsets. Now, the stuff I work on now, they'll have a desk that has multiple monitors, sometimes 6 to 8 monitors, and multiple computers. But for me, a phone room is now basically the server room. So where you're working on the server room, you'll probably build a rack or two in the space that you got. But if you want to do something that will be paying homage to what I do, there needs to be a little area where there'd be like a wire connection point. And that could be, you could probably use some like grill plates or something to represent the punch down area for the wires, or a little box, just a tan. You could use a tan 1x1 or 1x2 tile to represent the junction box. And you just have a little small area. You can probably put it in a really small. I should actually do this. I don't know why I've never done this, but because it's not interesting to other people. But that's what I'm looking for usually, is some type of junction box where the wires or the fiber optic cables are, and then that's pretty much it. And there might be other, and everything else that I deal on a minifigure scale. From the human scale, it's going to be so tiny, but little greeblings for little wires and boxes that would be on the. I'm pointing over there like they're over there. They're not over there. And I would show you pictures or take pictures, but I can't really do that because I don't want to get into the risk of, one, doing stuff on the job, and two, showing proprietary information. So I wouldn't want to ever do that, and that's why we're not allowed to really share pictures, or you can't even go into one of these centers sometimes without having government approved access. It's just crazy sometimes, and some they don't care. But anyway, I think you're doing good with your mic. Again, I got a link to your video, and if y'all want to check it out, give them some ideas. If you work in office, I've been to thousands of offices in my career with the phone company, and they do look a lot the same, or have the same type of layout. But a phone room is usually a closet that nobody knows where it is. And that is the truth. Sometimes I'm the one that has to find it, and I've never even been in the building before. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope it's a little bit different than what I've done before, but if y'all want to know more, I've thought about doing a series where I make little tiny mocks of things that I work with and tell my life story that way. Maybe that's something I can do in the future. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.